Hello and welcome to your program, Health Options. Gone are the days when no one seems to have answers to what causes cancer, as we have come to know that over 90 to 95% of the causes of the disease revolve around environmental factors and lifestyle, while genetic factors account for only 5%. New studies have also confirmed that every person alive has some cancer cells inside the body. When it comes to cancer prevention and healing, there are many ways to support the body that may not readily come to mind. Yes, there are options available through holistic or integrative medicine to cancer patients. That's our focus on this episode of Health Options. Thanks for joining us on the program. I am Rabi Abdullah. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Health Options, and we're looking at cancer prevention and treatment from integrative medicine approach. And to take us through the discussion is Dr. John Tor Abide. He's an integrative medicine expert. Dr.
My
John.
My pleasure, Randy. Always good to be here with you.
Let's start by, letting us know what cancer is all about and how it forms in the human body to start with.
Cancer doesn't come from the moon, doesn't come from the blues. It's the body cells that have actually deviated and become aberrant, and they say goodbye to their normal brothers that we've gone our ways. And you have underlying factors that actually predisposes to this setting, that makes the same body cells now say we cannot live under the same conditions with you. In summary, we say that a cancer cell is a normal cell that became abnormal and would not die a natural cell death. Normally cells, after they live for some time, they die. That is a process medicine calls, or scientists call, apoptosis. That is normal cell death. A cancer cell is a cell also that has evaded that natural cell death, as well as evolved some metabolic mechanisms around it for survival. Because take for example the normal way that the body produces energy in the body cells produce energy is respiration, what they call aerobic respiration. Cancer cells no longer undergo energy production through aerobic respiration. They go via what you know as anaerobic respiration. A normal cell, through that process of aerobic respiration, will produce 36 ATP molecules. What is ATP? Simply put, that is the energy currency. Why cancer will take one molecule of carbohydrate or glucose and produce only 2 ATP molecules.
Wow.
You can see that.
Yes.
Cancer cells, once they say bye-bye to their normal, normal cell, they evolve different mechanisms of blood supply, known as angiogenesis. That is formation of new blood cells. They have their own pathways, so that you have their own blood that is supplying, nutrients to them. They depend independently. Another hallmark of cancer cells, because the environment has changed of the body. Usually the body pH should be in alkaline range.
Yeah.
But when the body becomes acidic, that is below 7, a pH of below 7, that is acidic environment. Under those conditions, cancer cells cannot withstand, cannot survive under oxygen.
How do the cancer cells become harmful? If you and I have cancer cells dormant in us, what triggers the cells to become harmful to us?
Trap it. We have special immune cells. You don't belong to here. Boom. Then they kill it. But when the immune system fail, the soldiers are this. That is the major difference. And that's why we said, like all diseases, we get cancer only and if only when size of a tumor take about 5.5 cubic centimeters of a tumor. What mammography will diagnose at that stage, you have over 1 billion cancer cells that have escaped that surveillance mechanism. They have established their own independence. And once they establish that independence, there is proliferative multiplication of those cells. It takes 10 years for cancer cells to move from what the doctor will not diagnose that you're cancer. It's taken over 10 years. There are various stages. Simply put, that cell that became aberrant, yes, it takes 90 days for it to become 2. It takes 2 years for it to become 10.
And because there become so many that the devices could easily pick them up.
That is it. And talking about that is why now we know that there is a limitation between mammography and thermography. Mammography, by the time it picks cancer cells, we say mammography is a test of anatomy. That is to say that the size of the tumor has to be over 0.5 cubic centimeter before mammography can pick it. Yes. Today we have several tests, including thermography, that can detect less than 300 cancer cells. Precisely, thermography will detect cancer cells that in the body that are 254. It is easier for you to deal with 254 than you wait until it comes to over 1 billion.
I was surprised during my research to discover that actually 90 to 95% of the causes of cancer are due to environmental factors and lifestyle, while 5% is just genetic factors.
That's true. So the mutation is caused by what? Mutation is caused by toxins. Unfortunately, when we hear the word toxins, especially in medical parlance, we only think about toxemia. Simply put, when you talk about toxins, there are 2 types of toxins. You talk about the toxins that comes from the environment.
That's what the environmental factors.
Environmental factors.
Okay.
What are the factors? In the last 20 or 30 years, there has been an exacerbated and increased use of pesticides, chemicals, all these things in the environment. There are over 80,000 different environmental chemicals, toxins, that if they enter the body, they go and interfere and perturb with the function of the DNA, rendering it useless in the innate ability to repair the cancer cells, or to repair the damaged cell, that it should not become, cancerous. So that is the key. So in summary, yes, the past we know, and even now, when you look at breast cancer, they go into the details of then the classifying it based on the genome or genotype. You have the BRCA1 genes or the BRCA2 genes and all those BRCAs. They're telling you about the genes. There is no doubt about that. We know the body has what you call the suppressor genes that actually suppresses those genes that have the tendency of making the cells cancerous. But if the environment comes in, the environmental toxins comes in, they will render those suppressor genes even useless.
The integrative medicine approach to all of this, which you are an expert, so I'm sure Nigerians will be interested in getting to know some of this in terms of prevention and treatment now for cancer.
Having known that cancer is a complex, nebulous, complicated, multifactorial, multi-system failure of the body cells, we've come to realize that you cannot just hold one single thing and say you are going to treat cancer. It has to be a multifaceted approach.
So are you saying that the radiotherapy, chemotherapy should not just be the available option?
I want to answer that by saying that we've done those conventional approaches 3 years, over 50 years. And if you go to the records, they are also there. I'm not just talking myself. Especially in case, stage 4, less than 2% success have been recorded.
That's when chemo or radiotherapy.
Yes, when you look at those, what we call that's all our focus was. In integrative medicine, because of this multifactorial complicated nature of cancer, we have an integrative approach, and we have what we call 7 key principles of cancer management. Non-toxic therapy, nutrition with oxygen, okay, it decreases and enhance our immune system, enhances the microbiome, enhances the immunity, and the new with actually kills cancer cells. There's no doubt about that. Aiming at killing cancer cells, you also have other ways that you can selectively kill cancer cells without causing collateral damage to the immune system. Okay. It also selectively kills cancer cells. You also have other non-toxic therapies like auto to selectively kill it. Among those non-toxic therapy which I'm going to use among these 7 principles is also oxygen. Okay. Cancer cells cannot survive under oxygen environment because they are undergoing what you call anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic means without oxygen. So the moment you introduce oxygen in the body, cancer cells cannot survive. The second one is what? Nutrition. We already know that cancer cells depend mainly on sugar. So when you manage cancer cells, you make sure that you don't give them high diet, carbohydrates, so that they will have, sugar that they can feed on. That's why they say that cancer cells are obligate metabolizers of, glucose, meaning they depend only on glucose, to function. So you have to, this is what we call the cancer diet, which is mostly plant-based protein that the individuals use. And then, fat. Fat is another source of, energy. So you take that into consideration. Then there is what
sort of fats?
Oh, okay, fats, not the polysaturated, fats. No, avoid those. Yeah.
Example.
Well, the polysaturated, like when you manage cancer patients, you don't give them things like, it's animal fat.
Okay. So like in some part of the country, Maishane is popular. It's really not good for cancer patients.
Actually, in management of cancer, if you look at the dietary composition, we categorically tell you to avoid dairies.
Okay, dairies.
Yes, avoid dairies.
Milk
and all
cheese,
this. Cheese and all. Avoid it. Okay. You will be on that. But that's another details.
Okay. So, integrative medicine approach, does it cover all stages of cancer? It doesn't matter what stage?
The truth is this, you cannot make those blank statements like that. Bodies, an individual's response to treatment depends on so many factors. We are 2 different individuals who are not the same. Then how is your body responding to the immune system? That is the key. And then what are you really using? Do you know what you are really doing? The next one that you want to do is oxygen. Remember I said cancer cells cannot survive under oxygen environment. So we give oxygen. There are different ways of giving oxygen. Ozone therapy is one. This is what we call the hyperbaric oxygen chambers. You go into this chamber, you are flooded and covered with oxygen. Okay. Yeah. Then you have to enhance and work on what we call microbiome. We've come to know that over 80% of the immune system is mediated via, because it's the accumulation of those toxins in the body that led to disease, including cancer. There are various ways of doing this. You have coffee enema, which is the most popular one that we use. And these things are certified and approved. They've shown not to have any side effect.
Okay.
Spirituality, emotion. You have to clean up yourself. You have to be emotionally, balanced.
No negative energy.
No negative energy. Avoid toxic relationship. There is what we call mental and spiritual, toxins. When you talk about endotoxins, you have mental and spiritual toxins. Things like depression, they're actually, toxin. Anxiety is actually toxin. Stress, they're all toxins. So you avoid all
anger
this.
Too.
Anger, of course. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yes. Yeah. Anger is, the big, toxins. But what does anger actually? Anger leads to, production of a certain hormone known as cortisol, or from, adrenaline, which actually suppresses the immune system.
Even hydrochloric acid, from what I gathered.
Well, it is when you get that, those are some of the expression. Hydrochloric, when you pep up, the peptic cells actually releases hydrochloric acid.
Yes. Which is not good for the body.
No, not at all. You don't want an acidic environment. The physiological pH of the body, where the cells function normally, is 7.4. Anything below 7 is considered acidic and encourages proliferation and growth of cancer cells.
Okay, on a final note now, we've said so much about the integrative approach. How affordable? Because on health options, we try to give Nigerians the options to all those things. But how affordable? How easily affordable? Because even with the conventional, prevention, especially treatment of cancer, even the conventional way, is quite expensive. It's really expensive. So if I have to look the other way now, just how affordable would that be for an individual?
Well,
and what should government do? Because we've been calling on what can government do to support? Just like, a whole lot has been said about, health insurance for people, or, to expand coverage of cancer management, cancer care, under NHIS. Because there are some procedures that are not covered. And people have been calling on government to include those procedures. What would you be saying when it comes to integrative medicine approach?
Let me tell you one thing. There are 3 stakeholders. I'm going to answer your question, but let me elaborate on this. There are 3 stakeholders to our health.
This is the final question.
The number 1 is God. Number 2 is you. You are responsible. If you don't live the right lifestyle and get disease, it will cost you more to start when you get the disease and you are treating it. So you are responsible. Then others is number 3, which is the medical doctors and this that take care of you. So please, one of the key messages that remember the 3 stakeholders. So remember, God and yourself, you have control. 2/3, that is 66%. You pass the exam. You have control. But you don't have control over what the doctor or others do to you. So let's get that very clear. So is how expensive is integrative medicine? It depends on you. Where are we catching you? Did you come to us with stage 2, stage 3, or stage 4 of cancer? You are looking for integrative interventions to help you. Or you came to us that, look, I want to keep my body well and prevent myself from coming down with cancer. It is on that note that we have, our services are in 4 categories. You have what we call immune boosting. You can come to integrative medicine, we boost your immunity up. We have what we call disease well-being and disease prevention. We can give you those things.
Which I like
yes. And to be honest, as if you know, one of the things I heard with my staff today, we are saying we should be emphasizing on prevention. It doesn't cost us much. But by the time we're asking you to bring 2 or 3 millions, you have a chronic disease, including cancer. The headache we have alone, the things we do, that 2 million is just, nothing. So then when we have disease management and disease reversal, that means you have failed to keep yourself good lifestyle, and then you have a disease, you are coming to us. That phase is an uphill task. A lot of things, money is involved, time is involved, your compliance is involved, a lot of things you need to do. And then we do other stages like anti-aging, medicine. So in terms of cost, that cost is determined by you. If you are coming for disease prevention, very simple, 1 or 2 infusions once in a month, we keep you going. We have things like oxygen bar. You used to go there and be joined. We have things like exercise with oxygen therapy. You ride a bike and you're taking oxygen for 15 minutes alone. You have burned enough calories that would have been running around for the whole day. So we have things like that. Radiant ozone therapy. You can come in there for prevention. Just take 1 or 2 infusions a week. You are done. Intravenous infusions.
Wow, it's a whole
a whole lot.
That integrative medicine has to offer.
I must really commend the effort of the government, and we're telling the government that integrative medicine should be actually integrated in the aspect of healthcare. They say that prevention is better than cure.
Thank you so much. I hope Nigerians will appreciate the need for them to really prioritize their health, because it starts from the individual, like you said. Prevention, God, the individual, and government. Thank you so much, Dr. for coming on Health Options. That's our package for this week. A quick reminder that you can go to our YouTube channel to watch the upload of these and other episodes of the program. Email us for your comments and contributions at healthoptions@nta.gov.ng. My name is Rabi Abdullah. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you again.
There's just something about speed and simplicity, but that speed and simplicity can be deceiving when you get behind the wheel. 30-year-old Emily sent this text message to her husband: "I love you and I'll try to make you happy." Moments later, Emily was killed when her car slammed into the back of a tractor trailer. 18-year-old Mary was also texting when his car slammed into the back of a truck at 80 miles per hour. His final text was,
"Driving and Facebooking is not safe. Haha."
You probably think that this thing can happen to you. You are not alone. 55% of young adult drivers say that it is easy to text and drive. 3/4 of the same young adults feel that they are really good texting behind the wheels. Reality is, they are all delusional. That quick look at your phone takes longer than you think. 5 seconds are really long. Imagine you're driving on the road and someone suddenly covers your face for 5 quick seconds, like this. You will probably feel very lucky if you didn't flash. But you chose to take your sight off the road just like that anytime you're sending or reading a text. Texting and driving is fast becoming the leading cause of teens' death on the road world over, surpassing even drinking and driving. But if you think dying in a car crash is the worst thing that happens to you, I tell you it is not. You can survive after you've killed someone else. Imagine spending the rest of your life knowing you killed someone just because of a text message. Now imagine going to jail just because of text message. Still think it will never happen to you? Still think you are the special one? There are so many that have been found guilty of texting while driving. But you can make a difference, just like so many young people have vowed not to text and drive. Leave your cell phone alone while driving. If you must send a text message, pull off the road into a parking lot or anywhere that is safe. No text is so important that it should cost your life or the life of someone else. You are not different. You are not special. You're just another accident waiting to happen if you do not desist from texting and driving. So, don't text and drive.
From dusk to dawn, 24 hours a day, NTA International is with you in your living room, office, everywhere and anywhere. We provide the company you desire in terms of balanced and up-to-date news, programs and the best of entertainment. Tune in to DSTV channel 251, GoTV channel 91, Freeview UK channel 264, or you can download www.visiontv.co.uk. App for iOS or Android. You can also see us on Facebook and YouTube for quality content on the go. NTA International, Africa's window to the world.
This is the network service of the NTA.
It's a mustard seed. Then nurture it, water it, grow it into that tree in your rainforest. We will be highlighting one of the prevalent social issues in our society. That we love and trust, and by people that are strangers. We all know what success is: attaining position, status, wealth. We can say that success is the favorable termination of attempts. I like that. Where trying ends because desired result is met. That's hard. That definition is so next level. Favorable termination of attempts. So what does success mean to you? Do you consider yourself successful? Who do you think is successful? Take a moment, think about it. We'll be right back. Welcome to Our Reality with Sky. On today's episode, we will be highlighting the rules of success. I think success is something you have to figure out for yourself and define. It is subjective. Although success is based on personal feelings, we can all agree that there is a certain objectivity to it. We won't call a druggie successful even if that is what he claims he wants to do with his life. So there are certain facts that represent success. We'll go over them. Number 1, do the work. Don't be lazy, whatever the work is. Work. What is work?
Work is something that earns you a living. I once knew a graduate who, for the lack of a job opportunity, took a job as a hotel clerk. He was fastidious, and through people he encountered in the hotel, he was able to get a job more suited to his level of education. Number 2, stop wasting time. It's time, and it is the most valuable resource. Don't waste it. It keeps going. Go with it. It waits for no one, so why wait? Start. Whatever it is, just do it. Number 3, rely on God. God is everything. No one can help you like He can. Number 4, be practical. Take practical steps. Number 5, be productive early. When you wake up early, you find that you get things done quicker and better. We move on to the 6th rule. Don't be a baby. Life is life. Sometimes you have to fight for what you want. It can be hard. Adult up. Number 7, don't mess around. Don't make excuses. It's silly and, quite frankly, very embarrassing. Number 8, don't hang around people that don't make your life better in any way. I find that if I have a goal, staying away from people who don't have quite the same goal makes me attain the goal faster. Friends who are not on the same path as you have got to go. Delete, delete, delete. Move on. It's harsh, but needed. Number 9, don't play. I don't mean don't play or have fun, but this means focus, focus, focus. The joys of delayed gratification are immense. Number 10, don't be too nice. It's sad, weird, and it doesn't get you too far. You will have to say no sometimes. Guess what? People will understand after you've attained your success level. If some request is going to inconvenience you, state it. If a favor is too huge to perform, say it. If you are uncomfortable or this request is going to eat into your goal completion time, refuse politely. Number 11, don't be insane. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Learn from your mistake or missteps. Number 12, be wise. You might have to shut up and ignore some stuff. You might have to stoop to conquer. Do it. Make sure that your dignity and self-respect are intact. But don't be too proud to calm down and win. 13, go over and beyond what is expected of you. Number 14, read widely. Reading exposes us to different worlds and thoughts. There are merits to reading. For example, it strengthens the brain, it increases knowledge, it sheds light or is illuminating, it builds vocabulary, it helps your cognitive process, it reduces stress, it helps sleep, it improves mental health and alleviates depression. While we're reading, let's talk with groups. Literary groups, focus groups, educational groups, industry groups. Find out where people's heads are at. Know your area of interest. Look at the industry, the field, whatever. Have an extensive knowledge of your area of interest. Know the history. Know the past trends, the current trends, the lingo, the industry giants. This will help you not only know what to do, but when to do it. Believe in yourself. Trust in your abilities and capabilities. Know that impossible is nothing.
It is should no longer news that building multiple streams of income has become a necessity to many people in the country. Majority of Nigerians are struggling to make ends meet, and most have ventured into other businesses and skills as a means of meeting their financial needs and also fatten up their savings account. Mr. Michael Salako, a former staff of the Nigerian Television Authority NTA and a seasoned baker who ventured into other sources of income generation, and he tells his story.
I can say my success story started from NTA because being able to serve my country by being close to 20 was a success in itself, because it was one of the big organizations that were difficult to be adopted into. And for me to serve there and I was retained, it's a big testimony. Everything started from there. I met wonderful people, starting from Atibola Oyeyemi, Sayyid Ismail Ahmed, oh my God, wonderful people. And then I met Wale Coker. That is a wonderful, wonderful man, because he made us see our potentials.
One will wonder how he was able to start up an additional source of income, which led him to become an entrepreneur.
I was closer to my mom because I was helping in her business. After school, it's her business. Sometimes before school, we quickly help something and then prepare for school. So that spirit has always been there to provide for myself. While my colleagues were waiting for their parents to probably give them pocket money, when I work, I add money to what I'm working and I make my own money.
Achieving the best in whatever skill you love to do, you need to set a standard for yourself so you can be outstanding in your alternative source of income on being successful and also set priorities.
Failure is a recipe for success, because if you don't fail, you might not learn how to actually succeed. When you fail at something, it should give you that push to try another way, and you'll get it. That's what has worked for me.
Considering the current economic reality, most entrepreneurs are faced with one challenge or the other, which affects their businesses on a daily basis.
Challenges while in Nigeria, wherever the issue of power is affecting us seriously. This power you're seeing right now, when we load 20,000, we get about 300 units. 300 units goes up so fast. So running a business and trying, everything runs on power, even our oven uses power apart from gas. So it's a lot of challenge. And the one that is peculiar to bakers is bad roads. Oh God. When you want to deliver a cake, especially on those strawberry cakes, you need to get someone that will hold the cake in the car. You can have multiple streams of income even while being employed, because at a point you will close from that office and go home. That time you're spending at home, you can think of something. And if you think, oh, I need my time, my family time, no problem. You can be a consultant. For example, you're a producer in NTA. You can consult for new stations that are springing up. That, oh, this is how we do it. This is how you set up your office. This is how you set. They pay you as a consultant, and you're fine. So everybody can do something.
All in all, alternative source of income helps in planning the finances for future target in a more organized manner with a huge struggle. So, why don't you find additional means of topping your daily income?
Annihilate self-doubt and have the confidence to take action and get things done. You can do absolutely anything that you want to do. It is within your power and ability. So when we're talking about believing in yourself, here are some quotes. You are braver than you think, more talented than you know, and capable of more than you can imagine. And this was said by Roy T. Bennett. Something you truly believe in, you will find a way. Roy T. Bennett as well.
With constant layoff and job losses as a result of the effect of coronavirus pandemic across the globe, having a single stream of income could be suicidal in these times. One of such business that requires little or no capital is the cleaning business. One of the basic requirements is to have a passion for the environment and basic cleaning skills and facilities.
What actually prompted us to cleaning is the environment. We love environment, and for you to love environment, you must appreciate cleaning, and the environment has to be clean. So that was the motivation behind setting up Green Box, and then all the while it has been cleaning amongst other things. I love cleaning.
I had a regular 9 to 5, and I realized that for my job we didn't have time to wash, and it created a gap for us. So I thought, why not start something like that? I was already giving my clothes to other dry cleaners almost on a daily basis. So I just thought it might be something that I will enjoy doing, an opportunity to make money from it and meet the needs of people.
You need some level of expertise, as against what other people think. You find out there's some mushroom cleaning companies. Maybe you lose your job, maybe you're just leaving school, you feel the next thing you can embark on is cleaning. It takes a lot. You must know the techniques, in cleaning. You must have the right equipment, in order for you to work seamlessly, and you must have the right expertise and training.
Starting was quite challenging. We had the issue of space, manpower, machines. I went into the business without experience, and I had to learn from most of my workers and then from other laundry owners and some of my colleagues that had done the same business too. The most challenging part of the business was getting reliable manpower, people who are ready to work and put in their best. Then the challenge of light, because the business requires 24 hours light, which is not always available. So having to pair with generators and the likes.
There are several opportunities in the cleaning business. One could start small with cleaning of residential areas for a token. Despite the harsh economic climate, entrepreneurs in the cleaning sector have taken advantage of the recent healthcare and pandemic to add sanitizing and disinfecting service. There are indeed several opportunities in the cleaning sector.
Prospects, there's always room for growth. There's always room for expansion. For everybody that goes to work, most people don't have time to wash their clothes themselves. So it gives opportunity for anybody coming into the business to make money.
We find out that even these days, people don't even want to have living housemates anymore. So we're actually coming up with packages that we can render for small families, large families that they don't have in-house mates.
Funding is one of the challenges. Like right now, we will appreciate more space because we are growing, but we don't have the funds to expand at the moment. Then having with this generation, a lot of Generation Z workers that feel a sense of entitlement, they're not willing to work but want to get paid. So basically, light has improved. We are grateful for that. The high cost of electricity tariff, that's one of our major challenges to break even.
So the advice I would want to give them is to encourage them, because we can't all depend on government for sustainability. How many people can government employ? In our organization now, I have over 850 staff. I know what I'm doing for the government. Nigerians absorbing such number of people, and we're counting. Because each day we go out to try and get new contracts, which is going to increase our workforce. So I want to encourage people, young people, not just because they don't have anything else to do. Let them have passion in cleaning, because it takes passion to sustain a business in Nigeria. You must have the passion, because it's not an easy environment to try.
Aside the remuneration that comes with the cleaning business, it also creates a sense of responsibility and fulfillment towards the beautification of the environment. Don't just clean, turn your passion into a business.
You may be the only person left who believes in you, but that is enough. It takes one star to pierce a universe of darkness. Never give up. This was said by Rochelle E. Goodrich. Believe in your infinite potential. Your only limitations are those you set upon yourself. Roy T. Bennett. Believe in yourself, your abilities, and your own potential. Never let self-doubt hold you captive. You are worthy of all those things that you dream of and hope for. Encourage yourself. Believe in yourself. Love yourself. Never doubt who you are. Stephanie Lahart.
In this economic climate, Nigerians whose livelihoods depend on a low income or minimum wage budget find having multiple sources of income to be crucial. Like many of her peers, Sally Usman had difficulty staying afloat on a single income. She started sewing her own clothes to save money, but soon found it to be a lucrative venture.
I love native and buying material, sewing the clothes. It's something that is not too it's not too palatable for me, because it's money I'm wasting or spending. So I'm like, okay, let me go into this. Let me just buy my material and think about anything I want to do and just put it into sewing. First, it was just to cut costs for myself. But then as I went on, I was like, I can do this for other people. Then I saw there's actually money in it. Because before I finished university, I actually went to learn gele. And in school now, most people don't tie gele. So it was something I just do, like, okay, Sally, please, I'm going for this Thanksgiving in church, just help me tie this gele. And it was like that. But I knew some friends that are in school and they brought their sewing machines to school and they were making money. So I was like, okay, fine. When I started doing it, I was like, let me just sew for myself. But then I saw her, she was getting customers, she was making money. And I'm like, this is not for myself again. I can go beyond this.
Balancing multiple means of employment can be a challenge. Transitioning your alternative source of income to your full-time job can pose an even bigger risk. Usman believes she was able to take on that risk because of the encouragement and training she received from her family members who were already in the business.
My cousins from my paternal home, they are also into tailoring. Like, it's a family thing. It actually made it easier for me. Because unlike what I thought, maybe I wanted someone to scold me, why are you not doing this like this, why are you not doing this wrong, you're not, no. It was filled with love, so it made me learn faster. I bought a new machine, started making gowns, from there skirt and blouse and all. So it's something now I enjoy doing.
So almost everybody is going into the fashion world. Like, so many ladies are going into the fashion world. So for me, in order for me to build my business, I have to be creative. Now, if I begin to produce like different new styles people have not seen before, they don't know, then it improves and grow me more. And then I would also diversify in selling of materials. So when people come into the store and they can find what to get for their own shops, I think that's me growing my fashion line.
Statistically, exposing the youth to skill acquisition that can earn them an alternative source of income will reduce youth unemployment and enhance their self-sustenance. Numerous federal government programs exist to equip Nigeria's vulnerable populations with the tools for financial empowerment. The programs often teach skills cutting across a wide array of endeavors, including fashion design. With these skills, they are often able to establish sustainable small businesses and achieve financial stability.
Don't let others tell you what you cannot do. Don't let the limitations of others limit your vision. If you can remove self-doubt and believe in yourself, you can achieve what you never thought possible. Roy T. Bennett. Live the life of your dreams. When you start living the life of your dreams, there will always be obstacles, doubters, mistakes, and setbacks along the way. But with hard work, perseverance, and self-belief, there is no limit to what you can achieve. So the only person who can pull me down is myself. I'm not going to let myself pull me down anymore. C. Joybell C. said that. We seem to have come full circle. We started the show by saying that success is the favorable termination of attempts. Until you get to this point, goodbye.
Information is power. Everyone wants power. So feel powerful with the NTA News Mobile app, the one-stop information center. Real news at your fingertip. Be the first to report by uploading first-hand information on the You Report link, and be the first to know by simply clicking on any of the links on the sidebar for headlines, domestic and foreign news, economy, security, politics, sports, and more. Stream live on your smartphone and tablets and stay connected. It's pretty easy. Simply download NTA News app from your Google Play Store and you're good to go. NTA News mobile app. Your access to real-time information.
Research has it that tribal marks were better to aid the identification of an individual's lineage. The parents of a newborn would add tribal marks to differentiate their offsprings from other ethnic groups. In the southeastern part of Nigeria, these marks are largely temporal, while some are permanent. Uli are temporal lines that create various shapes in female bodies. They last for about 7 days before wearing off. They are drawn with light dyes, usually of yellow, black, white, and brown colors. Uli drawings is mainly used for celebrations. Its main purpose is to beautify a woman and make her look more attractive for tribal holidays. CBD marks are used on wall drawings, wooden stools, metal designs, paintings, and for some they can be used as body tattoos. There are over 500 known CBD symbols with various meanings. Obanje marks are spiritual protection given to children who are under any form of life-threatening sickness. Some Igbos believe that the only way to protect children from being taken away by evils are to leave marks on their bodies. Mbri is in sun-like curved lines that go from forehead to nail chain and across the cheeks. It is usually used by people from Okanri territories. Ichi scarification is something an individual voluntarily experiences. Ichi are marks for affluence and social status. It is not for children. The process is usually painful because it is done with knives and the scars remain there for life. Such procedure lasts for an hour. The scarification is an evidence that the wearer has passed the initiation into the aristocratic Nzenozo society. In the present-day southeastern Nigeria, tribal marks is almost non-existent. From temporal to the permanent marks, their traditional meanings are still relevant.
Although social media as a channel of communication is inherently harmless, it becomes harmful and damaging when used without discretion and thoughtfulness. Bad social media users spread rumors and fake news without verification. But good social media users stop, reflect, and verify information before sharing it. Be a good social media user. Stop the spread of fake news. Verify the authenticity of your source and use social media responsibly for a better Nigeria. This message is brought to you by the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, in collaboration with the National Orientation Agency.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can watch NTA International live on your TV, computer, iPad, tablet and phone. Log on to visiontv.co.uk and click on the link, then NTAI. You can also download the iOS or Android app on your mobile devices to watch NTA International on the go, anywhere in the world. NTA International. Your window to the world.
To every politician, as the campaigns gain momentum and passions begin to rise, remember, the errors of your opponents do not make you a success. Do not run down your opponent and inflame passions to violence between and among your supporters. What counts is what you plan to do for the electorate and how you intend to relieve the sufferings and bring succor. Nigeria is in dire need of patriotic.
Welcome to the news update at 11. I'm Comfort Amodu. President Muhammadu Buhari is in Seoul, the Republic of South Korea, ahead of the first World Virus Summit. The summit with the theme The Future of Vaccines and Biohealth is jointly organized by the Republic of Korea and the World Health Organization.
You recall that when the president, I think it was through an open letter, a broadcast to Nigerians early this year, he said the country was interested in having its own vaccine, producing vaccines. So
The Department of State Services says it has received several inquiries relating to the security advisory issued by the U.S. Embassy in Abuja, which it has previously issued, while advising that necessary precautions are taken by all and sundry. The service enjoins Nigerians to remain alert and assist the security agencies with useful information regarding threats and suspicious criminal acts around them. Meanwhile, the service calls for calm as it is working with other security agencies and stakeholders to maintain peace and order in and around Abuja. Unity in diversity is an invaluable asset every Nigerian needs to guard jealously, irrespective of cultural and ethnic affiliations. This was the position of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, as he harped on the need for entrepreneurial education.
I don't want us to lose that, because this is what is keeping us where we are. And that is what is going to inform the future trajectory of our community. How many of our people are skilled? How many of our people are properly empowered for the generation of enterprise, business, and wealth.
That's the news update at this time. Join us at 1 for more updates. Good morning.
This is the network service of the NTA.
Hello and welcome. This is Property and Style, your one-stop shop on everything real estate. Property and Style is a program that has been designed to ensure that you're empowered about everything that has to do with the building subsector. It is coming to you from the network service of the NTA. My name is Patience Eloy Abba.
NTA Properties Investment Company Limited, a subsidiary of the Nigerian Television Authority, specializes in creating comfort in all areas of life, such as real estate investment, that is, land, houses, and office spaces, mass leasing, savings and loan scheme, and so much more. Other information and entertainment services include Property and Style, a TV program that airs on the network service of the NTA, and also Property Connect, a nationwide magazine. Our priority is to bridge poverty gaps and sustain quality welfare of our clients. Partner with us and watch us help you grow. Do us a visit today at the NTA headquarters permanent site, Area 11 Gariki, Abuja, or our Lagos office at number 15 Awolowo Road, Ikoyi, Lagos. For more information, visit our website on www.ntaproperties.com.ng, or you can email us on ntap2000@yahoo.com. Call us on 0066417900. NTA Properties Investment Company Limited, the much needed help at your doorstep.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, it is Property and Style. What can we do to give a town a facelift? What can be done to turn a very old-looking town into a new town? What process are we supposed to follow? We'll be taking a look at these and a whole lot more on today's episode of Property and Style. I am very delighted you've joined us on this episode. Don't go away.
Question of the day. Gentrification can be defined as a highly controversial process in which urban developers convert lower-income neighborhoods and inner-city ghettos into more upscale communities with condominiums, loft apartments, wealthier tenants, or renovated homes. It can also be defined as the restoration and upgrading of deteriorated urban property by middle-class or affluent people, often resulting in displacement of lower-income people. Since the current residents cannot afford to pay the higher rent or assume a mortgage, gentrification efforts to usually force them into even lower class areas with even higher crime rates. Meanwhile, local businesses which formerly catered to the needs of the working class residents may either have to relocate, close, or sell out to new investors. Although gentrification has recently become popular, the term was actually coined in 1964 by sociologist Ruth Glass. She came up with it to explain the replacement of working or lower class people by middle class individuals in London. In Nigeria, there are, however, both up and downsides to this practice. A few of the advantages of gentrification include provision of better needed facilities like good access roads, clean water, and improved electricity. Not forgetting other aesthetic values like better city designs and landscapes. Whereas the disadvantage is the significant displacement of the lower class citizens, which in turn unduly escalates the cost of living in the said area.
Gentrification can be termed as the process of buying buildings, run-down buildings or old buildings in maybe sometimes in neighborhoods that have deteriorated, and then renovating them, for better use and all that. In finally lots of modern cities where we have old buildings that have been abandoned or are not conforming to the neighborhood, so people come to buy them, or sometimes companies, buy them, renovate them, and then bring them out to use. Well, yes, advantages. You find out that it brings up the value of the neighborhood. Like for example, in Wuse 2 now, Aminu Kano presents Ademola Etumbo. Most of the old buildings are being bought up by banks and companies, and they're renovating them. It's giving the neighborhood a very good look, a more modern look, and then it's bringing up the property value in that area. So those are some of the advantages in areas where you have deteriorating buildings. Lots of hoodlums tend to hide there, and then when these people come, it's a problem. But then when you buy these buildings, renovate them, you reduce crime there. That's a very good advantage as well. Well, disadvantages. You can talk of high increase of price. In areas where you're buying up residential buildings and renovating them, of course, you know that the rent goes up. So that's a problem. And then generally in that area, you find some people will say a class thing, because now not everybody can afford to live in such areas or maybe conduct business in such areas. So, you can take that as some of the disadvantages. Well, yes and no, because when I say yes, you are improving on the architecture of the area, the aesthetics of the area. You're bringing up, modern-looking buildings, improving on the general look of the area. But then when I say no, because you're also you may want to maintain some, what I would say, old culture, and then when you put new things there, you're kind of bringing down that. So it has its pros and cons, but left to me, I think wherever you find dilapidated buildings and buildings that are abandoned, I think we should go ahead and, if we can, upgrade them. That's going into social housing. Yes. Some of the past administrations in the FCT tried to do that, with the mass housing thing. Initially, the idea was mass housing was supposed to be affordable housing for generality of people, but then some other people came and took advantage of the situation, and now houses are very exorbitant. So what I think the government should do, which they are already doing, is build up houses where people can afford, because it's done abroad. It's not something that's difficult. Social housing is very important for the workforce. You can't stay in the nation and you can't afford to build your own house. You're paying exorbitant rents. So I think what the government should do is try to improve on the structure already on ground, the mass housing thing. So that generality of people can get affordable housing.
Are you a landlord, a tenant, or an agent? Are you a real estate developer or interested in housing investments? Then this is the right platform designed specially for you to promote your business and services. To learn more about property investments, tune in on this station every Monday at 11 a.m. If you've got questions, we have answers. For further inquiries, please call us 08066417900. Or you can send us an email at propertyandstyle@gmail.com, or visit our website at www.ntaproperties.com.ng. Property and Style, the future is now.
The living room, as defined by the Oxford Dictionary, is a room in a house for general and informal everyday use. For married couple, it is where the family gathers and perhaps receive guests and spends time catching up with friends and relatives. For this reason and more, purchasing a furniture set is crucial because it serves as the main showcase of the house. Furniture can be defined as a movable object or article that are used to make a room or building suitable for living or working, such as tables, chairs, and desks. It also supports home activities such as seating, that is chairs, stools, tables, and sofas, and sleeping, for instance, the bed. Furniture is also used to hold objects at a convenient height for work, as horizontal surfaces above the ground, such as tables and desks, or to store things, example cupboard and shelves. Furniture can be made out of materials such as metal, plastics, or wood. There are, however, few things to consider when purchasing a furniture. In most cases, the living room is the first room one enters on coming home, especially after the hustle and bustle of the day. It is important, therefore, that the furniture is not just comfortable, but have colors that are suitable and calming. That goes a long way in relaxing the mind.
You have your bed, you have your dressing areas, you have your relaxing areas, and you generally just have the place really nice and beautiful. Serene environment, very cozy. Well, there are no, depending on the designer, there are some designers that believe that whatever color can be used for a bedroom. You know, for instance, I was looking at a discussion by a renowned designer in New York who says that a bedroom can have as bright as red, for instance, on the walls, and it doesn't really matter. For somebody like me, red is a no-no for me for bedroom because different people react in their spirits with colors around them. Like, I cannot sleep in a room that is painted red. It will not calm me. It will make me hyper. It will make my spirit vibrate. You know. So for me, I'd rather you have as much neutral colors, cool colors in your bedroom. Then you now add other colors to it depending on your color preference. When you come into your bedroom and you see the beautiful, well-dressed bed, pillows, as you see them, they say a lot about a woman. When you come into a woman's bedroom, the way her bed is dressed, the way everything is arranged, says a lot about you. And when you go that way as a woman, for instance, you never want to do the ordinary thing that other women will do in their bedrooms. They add beauty, they add color, they add that comfort that you're thinking about. You do a lot to throw pillows when you sleep. You know, you can like make you support yourself and other things like that. The rule for small spaces, whether a bedroom, whether a living area, you know, is the same. What do I mean by that? When you have a small bedroom and you want it to look large, the first thing you have to do is work on your walls. Try as much as possible to make them look neutral. You use neutral colors. You can use white. You can use like cream. You can have some mixed colors on the wall that gives that, because once you give them those neutral impression to people, you discover that everywhere looks bigger. You could call it a false illusion, but you know that it really makes your space bigger. Then another trick you can use is use mirrors. Maybe like the biggest part of your wall in that room, you can just fill it up with a mirror, And in front of the mirror, you can decide to even drape it with curtains. That even when you're walking into that room, you would think there's a passage, in between the curtains. So you walk with mirrors, you walk with bright colors. When I mean bright, I mean neutral colors. That's quite easy. A lot of women is sparsely dressed bed, for instance. And a lot of us women, we think that everything that's precious to us, we have to take it to the bedroom. You have to put the thing inside a suitcase and carry it to your bedroom. You have to put it in a bag and take it to your bedroom. You have spaces that are spaces cluttered with dusty stuff and all that. The first thing you have to do is to decongest the clutter. You understand? Remove those things first and foremost. Then you take a look at your bed. Add pillows. Change your pillows. Add some nice throw pillows to enhance the look of your bed. Then the duvet covers. You can do nice duvet covers. You can use nice comforters. You understand? You can use nice comforters. Then you can decide to change your curtains. In the market you have all manner of prices of curtain, nice stuff. You don't have to spend so much to do that. And decongest your bedroom. All those bags that collect dust in your bedroom, that bring roaches into the bedroom and all that, remove them. I tell you, a lot of men love clean spaces. Let them just be those things that you require in your bedroom: the bed, your dresser, if you have space, you can have a couch or whatever. You can have a recliner where you just sit and you watch your TV if you want. But I would recommend that TVs should be removed from the bedroom. For me, I just feel that my bedroom is my sanctuary. And if my bedroom is my sanctuary, I don't need anything to distract me, to distract my line of thought, my relaxation. If I want to relax, I have books that I would read, that I could relax and I just drift to sleep. If I want to watch if I want to watch television, I should go to the living room, go to the TV room to go and watch television.
NTA Properties Investment Company Limited, a subsidiary of the Nigerian Television Authority, specializes in creating comfort in all areas of life, such as real estate investment, that is, land, houses, and office spaces, mass leasing, savings and loan scheme, and so much more. Other information and entertainment services include Property in Style, a TV program that airs on the network service of the NTA, and also Property Connect, a nationwide magazine. Our priority is to bridge poverty gaps and sustain quality welfare of our clients. Partner with us and watch us help you grow. Do us a visit today at the NTA headquarters permanent site, Area 11 Garki, Abuja, or our Lagos office at number 15 Awolowo Road, Ikoyi, Lagos. For more information, visit our website on www.ntaproperties.com.ng, or you can email us on ntap2000@yahoo.com. Call us on 0066417900. NTA Properties Investment Company Limited, the much needed help at your doorstep.
Flower is the part of a plant that is often brightly colored. It usually lasts a short time and from which the seed or fruit develop. Examples of such include the lily, holly, jasmine, poppy, rose, amongst others. Flowers bring natural beauty to all living spaces by creating texture and balance. A room can be transformed into an environment that comforts and welcomes. Ornamental plants can be used in the home to beautify the surroundings. A large tropical plant in a living room or flowers placed in a vase in a room provides a pop of culture and helps soften harsh lines from furniture and architectural designs. There are a lot of flowers that release pleasant fragrances that appeal to the sense of smell In addition to their visual appeal, lavender and roses are well known for their pleasant smells. Some flowers are beneficial at repelling outdoor pests such as ants, mosquitoes, flies, amongst others. An example of this flower is the citron, especially for you to promote